Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, you ready to get recorded now, yeah, for the interview?
Yes, man, come on, man, stop playing, man. I'm ready I'm ready to fight.
Anything you want to tell the public out there?
I am the greatest!
Right, left, you're toothless, and then you say, God damn it.
You got knocked the fuck out, man! Get knocked out, damn.
Word is born, I'ma smoke 'em, yo, don't make no move. I treat it like boxing, stick and move,
Left, right, left, right, left, left, right. And he was out for the night.
You know we need that trademark bark before you depart from our company, man. You know what I mean? Can we get the bark again? We're gonna need that bark. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, Jesus Christ, fellas. Dog is coming.
I don't care if he knocks you down or is ready to go with him. Whatever you want to do, I'm gonna match him. All the way, mate, all the way. Now you might start believing in the Dark Destroyer.
Shout out boxing when I heard you on the radio. I just don't know.
Boxing beats and rhymes, boxing beats and rhymes.
I got knowledge, and motherfuckers lacking.
I don't know if you want to answer. Possible Manny Pacquiao fight with Floyd Mayweather. How you feel about that one?
Well, basically, I mean, it's a fight that still has the potential to happen.
I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match me.
Boxing beats and rhymes, boxing beats and rhymes, boxing beats and rhymes, boxing beats and rhymes.
It's a great occasion and it's a great card. I've got no problem with the catch weight thing that they've got going on. But when you're going to tell me it's for the light middleweight belt and the limit's 152 when the stipulated light middleweight limit is 154, I'm not too sure about that. Allegedly, Floyd got floored in sparring. Canelo's having struggles making the weight. Oscar De La Hoya is ending up in some rehab facility. Floyd walked out of a sparring session or something, or a gym session. When the opening bell rings, none of that will matter. None of that will matter. I think a lot of the fans for either Floyd or Canelo are just getting their excuses made for when either man loses. And I'll say it again, but the blueprint to beating Floyd will be drafted out if someone can actually carry it out in the ring, and there it will be. Floyd hasn't fought the same type of opposition that some of the greats in the past have fought. He just hasn't. He just hasn't. No way you can equate his resume. I'm not even going to name the fighters, but if you want me to, I will. But I'm not going to do it right now because it's a waste of time. But in terms of his hand and eye coordination, his ability to solve equations and problems out in the ring, the record he set on the CompuBox stats, there's no doubt we're looking at a ring genius here, you know. So you can say volume, I can say volume, you can say you can do this, you can do that. You can say anything about elite fighters, but that's why they're elite fighters, you know. They counteract whatever you think is a good strategy. And Canelo himself, he might think he really wants it. He really wants to beat Floyd, and he probably does, but he doesn't really know how much he wants it. The reason is he's never fought no one like that. None of the sparring partners can prepare him for what's going to come at him on Saturday. He doesn't know what it takes to beat a Floyd Mayweather. If he can do it, then he'll know. But he doesn't know right now. You know, what I find with a lot of Floyd opponents, and they haven't verbally said it, but I can see a lot of them have thought they had some preconceived things. Floyd probably isn't that tough. He's a pretty boy, or I can just walk through his punches and walk him down. I can just throw a lot of shots at him, even though you're looking at a master counter puncher and a defensive genius. You know, throwing more shots is just an invitation to get hit a whole load on the counter. And they've come out of the ring realizing, damn, none of that's worked. None of that's worked. And win or lose, I think Canelo is going to take away some invaluable boxing experiences sharing the ring with Floyd. Like the head movement with Trout, it worked nicely. But Mayweather's a sharpshooter. You know, his punches are just unorthodox. Like Trout can't do some of the things Mayweather does, man. Like Trout can't really land a sharp counterpunch without setting up the jab. Mayweather can do that. He's an elite fighter. He doesn't need the jab. He's on that Roy Jones level, that Muhammad Ali level, where they can just land a lead right hand without jabbing their way in. You know, he can't do stuff like that. So all that head movement that Canelo was doing, it will be useful to him, but it's not going to be as effective against Floyd as it was against Trout. Also, Floyd is a better inside fighter than Trout, and Canelo's going to be shocked by that as well. And that's one of them preconceived theories people have about Floyd. Hey, you don't want to get his hands dirty inside. No, Floyd is an excellent inside fighter. Al Bernstein, as Errol pointed out, said that Floyd is a better inside fighter than he is from range. He said that himself. Now, whether Canelo can make the weight tell in the inside exchanges, we're about to see. You know, fighting in the inside against somebody who's physically strong. Now, I'm looking at Canelo's physique, and he's an extremely powerful-looking young man. You know, Canelo's body shots ain't nothing to fuck with, and he definitely needs to go there. If he doesn't, I don't think if he doesn't have a successful attempt at working the body, you know, it's just going to make it more difficult. Just one more thing against him, innit? And Canelo was doing a lot of punch picking with Trout, and to me, he lost the fight. He threw some of the better looking shots, but he didn't land more. He just didn't. And he done a lot of punch picking, and he got out volumed. And he's probably not going to get out volumed. And even I think Floyd on the cardiovascular Joe Calzaghe sort of thing, Floyd is going to be going head to head, nearly practically probably dead level with Canelo on volume, on the punch stats. And he's the older man. And not only that, like I said, Canelo likes doing the punch picking thing. With Floyd, I'm not sure about that, man. I'm not sure. It's like I think about the Robert Guerrero fight, and the one move that stands out in my head, I just can't get it out of my head, is when he threw that straight left into Guerrero's grill, and as Guerrero tried to counter it, he ducked under it, and it was just like, that's just total boxing artistry. And as much as Canelo improved his head movement and his ability to fight in retreat, that skill level has just not been attained yet. Hasn't just, you know. But at the same time, I think Canelo should stick with his punch picking, you know, stick with that. But I think he needs to bring something new. I think he does need to fight a young man's fight at a time where he just puts a lot of volume in there. He can't let the older man throw more punches than him. You know, the younger man is supposed to throw more shots, really, against the wily veteran. That's what's supposed to happen. Canelo needs to mix it up a little. Bring something new, jack up your volume in some of the rounds, and then, you know, some of the rounds go back to the punch picking thing. It's about assessing the distance and just gauging how you're going to space your fight out. You know, you got to know when to jack up the volume and when to do it. And there's no, you see, you can't be doing predictions like me saying this, that. We can't gauge that from here. Some people try to over gauge fights. We can't gauge that. The only person who can gauge it is the guy going in the ring. Not even his coach can do it. You know, we can go so far, but unless you're in the ring, only you can gauge how much pressure you need to use there and when you need to take your foot off the pressure, you know. Boxing is an organic sport. There's only so much you can train for. A lot of it has to be on autopilot, and you just have a good basic understanding of instincts to carry you through. Barry McGuigan said that for the first 7 rounds of a 12-rounder, what you learn in the gym, skills, technique, all come into play. But basically after that, you're in a fight. It's just a fight after that. After that, it's a fight. And the one who can keep his head together and keep his skills, his technique, and what he's learnt in the gym together, 9 times out of 10 will win. And if that's the case, Canelo probably has more composure, in my opinion, than Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero. I'm not sure if he can compete with Juan Manuel Marquez in that department, or Cotto. Both Cotto and Marquez have great composure as fighters, but Floyd's composure is just like flawless. It's flawless. But Canelo does have good composure, you know, so but that will be tested to the fullest against Floyd, you know. One of the most frustrating people to fight, basically. You know? We've seen people look good in the early rounds against Floyd. Judah, Mosley, Guerrero looked alright at the start. And somehow he's just overcome whatever they had just flawlessly, just easily. And these are world-class fighters. De La Hoya and them guys there. DeMarcus Corley just overcame all the problems he was presented with and overcame it. The hand trouble, what Kevin Kelly brought up, who knows? That might come into play. Who knows? Mosley said that Floyd doesn't realize how good Canelo is, and he's probably right, but Mosley was way past finished. He was in that stage of his career where every time he went into the ring he looked likely to lose. By the time he fought Canelo, you can even see Shane's features, his facial features. He looks like he comes from Asia or something. Or, I mean, I don't know if he's had surgery, I don't know, nose reconstruction. You know, boxing just doesn't seem to be doing Shane any favors right now, in my opinion. So I don't know if Shane is in a great position to gauge that. I don't think Shane saw how thoroughly he was beaten by Floyd, apart from the time he hurt him. I don't think Shane actually realized how comprehensively he was beaten. And from what I remember, Mosley seemed to be posing, and this was a faded version of Mosley. Canelo way more problems than Mosley was posing Floyd, apart from a couple of shots in round 2, was it? And then he faded. That's what I saw. Did he cut Canelo? I can't remember. I think Canelo's strength, determination, his power will deter Floyd from just walking through him. But in the late stages of the fight, he's going to find it extremely hard going, extremely tough against Floyd. Some people seem to think that because he's the younger guy, that he will have the advantage in the later rounds. Floyd, I've never seen any fighter look better than Floyd in the later rounds of his fights. I just haven't seen it. Floyd can also stalk as well when he wants to. He can stalk his opponent, but he does it in a clever way, man. He makes sure that he's got them befuddled first and they're outmaneuvered. Like, I just see Floyd running away with a unanimous decision, and I do want to actually say late stoppage, but I'm going to say unanimous decision to Floyd, and I'll leave it there and say peace.